Hello, Northrop friends. PJ here. I'm going to take you through all things staffing and Northrop. This is just an update. I didn't want to take away from professional learning time or your time on Friday. So here we go. Thank you for watching this video. Leading with love and purpose for each and every, that's you. So here are our desired results. I will share the flow of where we are at with staffing for next year. I will share the flow of where we're going with staffing for next year. And I will do my/our best to get it right so that each and every one of you feels good or good enough about next year. I will continue to repeat myself that I am one piece of this beautiful Northrop puzzle, but I am not the piece. I'm not the only piece. Our deliverables. So our Northrop leadership team will make sure to dialogue and keep talking with each and every one of you around your roles for next year. We will keep everyone updated on where we're going, where we're at, and what we're doing to close any of the gaps. And we are committed to over communicating about this process in order to learn from our past mistakes and not make as many, because we'll make mistakes, not make as many future mistakes. So why am I sharing this? Isn't a slide deck a little too much? Sure, it might be. But first, clear is kind. But clear isn't nice. Kind is not always easy or fun. Kind is also honest. Kind is hard. Kind is beautiful. Kind is delicious. Also, there are no secrets. We're constantly advocating for our students, our families, and our staff behind the scenes. More meetings than you can imagine. But you can always seek more clarity, and we will share what's going on. We want to get this right. We continue to hear hurt and distrust. First, I just want to thank you for being willing to share that hurt and distrust. And there's no quick fix, but we can learn and we can do better. And when I say we, lots of fingers at me, I can learn and I can always do better. So where are we at? Here's a little flow, and I'm going to keep moving myself because it's blocking the screen from you all. Let's try, here we go. We've had the intent to return surveys that went out, and we resent them out to the folks who didn't fill it out. We've had multiple meetings around the 2022, 2023 staffing and budget as a network and as Northrop. We've had focused conversations with all those people who marked unsure. So you might be seeing people in these meetings with their managers or with me or with APs. Those are those unsure folks. We're having more meetings about staffing and budget, so it's constantly going on each and every week. All the managers will now be following up with each and every one of you. So even if you marked yes, we will be following up with you to make sure that it's still a yes, or if you were unsure or it was a no, we want to make sure we have the most accurate, up-to-date intent to return. We're going to have multiple, and we have been having multiple leadership team meetings to continue to hover over the system and check things like logistics, needs, our wants, and our future. And I am having constant conversations with the other Hiawatha principals around openings and needs. I want you all to look at the bottom and be aware that this is all happening while all the other beautiful things are happening, all those day-to-day things, all the things like me advocating and us advocating for things like salaries and a later start time. And of course, backwards planning Q3 and Q4. Where are we going? Again, in February, we're going to have staffing and budgeting finalized. Our leadership team will continue to improve our staffing and plans and keep you all informed and plan according to those conversations we're having with each and every one of you. Again, I'm going to keep having constant conversations with the other principals around openings and positions. We don't want to lose great people. We want to make sure we learn from our past mistakes. We're going to continue to share with each and every one of you our current realities. So who is where and why and all those things. We're going to continue the hiring process with any opening positions. We're going to continue to iterate and improve our staffing and our backward planning. And we're going to have consistent formal and informal conversations with each and every one of you. And again, if you look at the bottom, throughout this all, are going to be at least 2 monthly strategic plannings around this school year, around our summer flow, and around the 2022-2023 school year. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes for each and every one of you. Do you see what I see, or do you not see what I don't see? There are no dates and times yet. My guess is if you're like me, you were looking at that list, that timeline, and you're saying, I don't see a time and I don't see a date. That's intentional. And this is speaking for me, do not want to put a date on or time on anything that's not finalized. So our 2022-2023 budget is not official yet, but once it is, it'll be a lot easier to put dates in for those specific things. Because the story I'm telling myself and the story I'm hearing from many of you is that many things were promised last year and many things were promised this year. So I'm okay with sharing all the current iterations. Keep asking me, but I'm not okay with promising things to any of you without more clarity. Why is that? I would rather sit in the awkward discomfort that I feel right now instead of sitting in the SHIT storm later. So I'd rather myself be grounded and be patient and have that discomfort than promise anything to any of you and then later be sitting in this shitstorm because something couldn't happen due to something out of our control. You might be thinking to yourself, I have ideas, I have concerns, I have thoughts. I also have fears and anxieties and wonderings. That's okay. Yes, please. But I want to be clear, we're not in all those fun parts yet. Those parts like brainstorming and planning creative initiatives or big projects or wouldn't it be great if we all came back to school next year wearing the same t-shirt? All those beautiful ideas, we're not there yet. This is all in the strategic pieces around staffing and budgeting. But also let us know and keep letting us know. Sure, our leadership team is in constant communication with each other, but keep letting us know. And as always, you don't have to wait to make things better. We get to balance that beautiful independence and interdependence. And let's make it happen. If you have an idea or a concern or a thought, let's get intentional time on the calendar with me or with our APs or with anybody to have some really rich dialogue because, can't say it enough, you are important. You also might be thinking to yourself, what can I do to support this? Because I care about our school and our scholars and our families and our staff. First, update us about any and everything. So have your hopes and dreams shifted? Let us know, because if not, we're going to miss you, and we do not want to miss you as a human and as a person and as a professional. Keep rocking that rumble and that braving language. So be super clear with, hey, I really want to talk about this because this impacts reliability. This impacts the integrity I feel with being here. Or I want to talk around the boundaries of what we're doing. Let's talk about that. And using language like the story I'm telling myself is, could you color that in for me some more? I'm curious about this. Last year this happened. Could you tell me more about why that's not happening this year? Let's keep having that dialogue. And sure, number 3, always assume the best, but do not hesitate to over communicate because there's no human or system or structure or Google Doc. I'm laughing at myself. I love a Google Doc. That's perfect. So yes, you can all support us. We can all support you because we are better together. So finally, thank you. This is me again trying to get it right, not be right. You might see things missing. Let me know. You might say, gosh, why did you send this out if there's no specific dates and times? Because I am committed to over communicating around all the awesome things we are doing for each and every one of you behind the scenes. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not really big in telling or showing. I'm big in like that person behind the scenes making things better. But I'm committed to over communicating all the great things we're doing because it matters And I know we all want the best end of the school year, the best summer that we can feel good about, and the best return to the 2022-2023 school year. If you have any questions, thoughts, ideas, I can't say it enough, let me know. Let Freeze know. Let Aaron know. Let anyone on our leadership team know, because you matter and we're going to get this right. We're going to do this for our scholars, for our families, and for each other. Thank you so much.